I made this sled a few years ago and I've used it many times since then. And now that I've changed my table saw, it doesn't fit anymore. So what I'm going to do is rebuild this so that it does fit. First, I need to get this cleat that's on the bottom that rides in the miter slot off. This is glued on. And to do that, I'm just going to use my chisel and try not to damage the underside of the sled too much. But I'm not too concerned about the cleat because I can make a new one. That left a little bit of glue behind, and I'm going to scrape that off. And then I'm going to go over the entire bottom with the random orbit sander just to clean it up a bit. The final thing I want to do with this sled is give it a couple of coats of water-based polyurethane, which is something I didn't do with the original build. Now I'm pretty sure that this cleat that's on the front here is just screwed on, so I'm going to undo those screws. And it comes right off. The reason why I took the cleat off is that first I need to reposition it, of course, and second of all, I want to clean up the edges a little bit. It's gotten a little bit beat up over the years, and I'm just going to rip a little bit off on both sides. I'm going to reattach this cleat in one point and then adjust from there. But before I do that, I want to sand this surface to clean this up as well. The fence cleat already has holes in it, but if I flip it around, they won't line up with the holes that are already in the sled. Okay, with that screw put in the front, I'm just going to take my framing square and line it up with this edge over here and see how square the fence will be with that in line. So I'm going to get a good starting point to begin with. Now I flipped it over again and I'm going to put one more screw in, and what that'll do is it'll give me the chance to do some fine adjustments after before I put in the rest of the screws. Once again, I'm reusing the old cleat. It's a good fit in the slot. All I did was clean off the old glue and give it a little bit of a sanding. And now I'm going to slide my fence over so it's just on the other side of the blade and put my cleat in place. I've got a couple of pieces of cardboard to go underneath it to shim it up a little bit higher. And then I can get some fresh wood glue on the cleat and set the sled in place. It's important to get it up tight against the fence to make it as square as you possibly can to start with. And now I'm going to get some weight on here and let the glue dry for about a half an hour. I left that sitting there for about a half an hour, and then I came out and I took it out and I put a couple of clamps on it and let the glue fully dry. And now I'm ready to make the first cut. And what this does is it just establishes that leading edge. Next, I can take a scrap of plywood, set it up against the fence and make a cut and check to see how close that is to 90 degrees with my square. Okay, I've got to say that doesn't look bad at all. Not according to my square, and I know my square is accurate. Now I typically stop here. If it's reading this well on the square over that width, then I know it's going to be good. But there is this thing called the 5-cut method, and that's really popular for lining up the fence on the sled to make sure it's accurate or adjusting it so it is cutting it exactly 90 degrees. So I'm going to quickly go through it here just to see how far off I am. And you know what? That's close enough. And if you're interested in learning more about that 5-cut method, I've got a link in the description to a video that explains it in detail. Now I can get the rest of the screws put in and get a couple of coats of water-based polyurethane put on, starting on the bottom. The cleat that rides in the miter slot is a little bit loose there. I did that on purpose, knowing that I would be putting a couple of coats of finish on. And that should build it out just enough so that it'll be a snug fit. What I like most about this fence is how lightweight and thin it is. It's easy to find a place to put it out of the way. And also, it's very convenient to use. What this sled really excels at is trimming the edge of a wider panel to make it square. And a word of caution when using this, you'll want to make sure that you're only cutting the edge off and don't have a lot overhanging on the other side of the blade. Otherwise it will pinch the blade and cause a pretty nasty kickback. If you want to cut a panel in half, you're better off to use a traditional style sled that supports the work on both sides.